Welcome to Nasi. Welcome to Nasi. System betul bekas system system packing welcome weapons command up kingdom national types command into command journey command G task king fundamental mission of all time. Unit chief, Native chief, world unit chief, European unit chief, president of United States, president of 180 nations, constitutional monarch of 180 nations, of the territories mission of all time. This video I'm doing over because the Wi-Fi dropped off. The Wi-Fi get bad Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi dropped off, and I had to do the video over. I'm doing the video over. 19-hour flight for Singapore Airline. What next for Asia's travel boom at the cost of driven China? 19-hour flight for Singapore Airline. What next? What next for Asia's travel boom at the cost of driven chaos? U.S. shutdown begins after Congress test funding lapse in. U.S. shutdown begins after Congress lets funding lapse. It only lasts few hours. World biggest wealth fund has its eye on Japanese property. Norway $1 trillion fund hopes it can own property for this very, very long time. World's biggest wealth fund is eye on a Japanese project. Norway $1 trillion fund hopes to own property for this very, very long time. The Senate passes a delayed budget deal in a bid to end the U.S. shutdown. The agreement would boost federal spending $300 billion and suspend debt ceiling for a year. U.S. Senate passes a delayed budget deal in a bid to end the U.S. Senate shutdown. The agreement would boost federal spending $300 billion and suspend the debt ceiling for a year. Credit Suisse banker jailed for 5 years for a looting account that diverted millions of francs from account cover mounting losses in one of the biggest financial crimes in Swiss history. Credit Suisse banker jailed for 5 years for looting account diverted millions of francs for criminal account covering mounting losses in one of the biggest history. UK factories just had their best year since 2014. Record for continuous export are booming. Congress passes a delayed budget deal ending an hour-long shutdown. The U.S. government shutdown is now over. 10 years after crisis in banks, win big bang for Trump Washington. Bankers are booming. Bank is booming. The 10 years after crisis in banks, win Trump Washington, the banks are booming. How shutdown 2.0 ended in blink of an eye. Drama punched out of against the backdrop of tumbling global over before it was really began. U.S. index features bonuses. The week of stock wars draws to its close. From April, you can catch the train from Britain to London to Amsterdam, Netherlands. Eurostar extending its cross-channel service link between Netherlands and Great Britain. In April, you can catch the train from Britain to London, Amsterdam. Eurostar is extending cross-channel service linking between Netherlands. Harlem Home sets Upper Manhattan's record with the $5.1 million sale. Harlem Home sets Upper Manhattan record with $5.1 million sale. Kim's sister to meet Moon after charging unifies in Korea. Flu caused 1 out of 10 deaths in America last week. The epidemic constitutes just the worst with the no end in sight. Flu caused 1 in 10 American deaths last week, and epidemic continues to get worse with no end in sight. Historic flu season driven slashes across the healthcare industry. White House passes a new rewrite budget in lawmakers boost spending. White House races to rewrite budget as lawmakers boost spending. Co-inventor of BlackBerry is building quantum brain trust. Co-inventor of BlackBerry is building quantum brain trust. How one can wildest runs U.S. stock market historic unfolded. letting Steven surrender control over ex-wife Elena Share. Letting Steven surrender control over ex-wife Elena's shares. Kim Jong-un invites South Korea Moon to summit in a proposed leader Northern Korea to held meeting in Pyeongchang.
Okay.
Yeah, come, I'm doing this. Hold on. They are breaking up. They are breaking up. Poland waves goodbye to Russian gas after 74 years. They are breaking up. Poland waves goodbye to Russia's gas after 74 years. South Asia is one of the world's brightest economic spots who's whipping the South Asia infrastructure race. Florida monorail makes very long for the robot bus tomorrow. This Florida city is a radical plan to replace monorail with robotic buses. This is how Jeff Bezos built Blue Origin, one of the largest marketplace planet Blue Origin. How Jeff Bezos taking on e-commerce. Death of clothing industry in America. America continues. Nobody's buying clothes in America. Apparel industry has a big problem, and nobody's buying clothes in America. Please pledge your support. Please, I don't have nothing to eat. I'm starving. I'm dying to eat something. I haven't eaten nothing all week. Please spread your support. Please, I don't have a computer. I don't have a laptop. Very, very difficult to survive. I don't even have a cent, a penny in my pocket. Very, very hard. I'm hoping somebody somewhere give me something to eat. I'm starving to death. I saw my wife yesterday in the hospital, and they drained all the fluids out of her. They drained all the fluid out of her, and she's only like 50 or 60 pounds, and they drained all the fluids out. She's on a ventilator, oxygen machine, and she's dying. She's not going to live long. She's not going to live long, and she's going to die. Oh, please contribute. Please spread your support. Please spread online. It's Reggae Marathon going right now on radio station WUSP, Reggae Marathon, Angela, Peter Francis, and Reggae Marathon in Stony Brook University. Reggae Marathon. Stay tuned to Reggae Marathon. Angela FigTreeBiz.com. Facebook FigTree. Angela FigTree. Facebook Angela Reggae Marathon going on right now. Please make a donation. Please contribute. Please make a donation. Please give donation, tithes and offering. After 45 years of advertising, nobody even sent a dime. 4 years number 6 TV, 4 years Caribbean Style, for 20 years Caribbean Style TV, 4 years number Showbiz India, 4 years of Balwa Singh, 4 years of Showbiz India, 10 years of Penny Pincher, 2 years of Daily News, 4 years of CTV, 4 years of Namaste America, and 4 years of Times of India, 4 years of Malayalam Manorama. Nobody ever give a dollar, a cent, unable to receive even a single dollar. I don't know what kind of people are these. I don't know what kind of people are these. They don't give a cent. They don't give. They live in mansions. They live in jacuzzis. They live in swimming pools. They driver studies. They have 4 or 5 children in the medical school. It's just not enough. It's just not enough. They want more and more and more. Please give. Please donate. Please give. Please give donation. Please help. I need a computer. I desperately need to own a computer. I cannot do anything without a computer. I need a cell phone. I'm desperate for survival. Please give donation. Please pledge your support. I've been on Google homepage since March 13, 2017, 2015 days at a time. Google is the #1 company in the world. Market cap of 140 trillion. Please give donation. Please pledge your support. Please give donation. I'm hungry. I get nothing to eat. I'm starving. Thank you for having me. Thank you. Wonderful family. Give it so much. Fantastic day. Beautiful. Absolutely fantastic day. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a good day.